Hi folks, Straycat74 here. Welcome back to the Basement of Solitude. You'll see I have a new headset, and well, I had to sell one of my, I had to sell one of my pickup trucks. I gave the other one to my brother because it's broken, but that was his birthday present. My other pickup truck I had to sell to be able to keep the house, and I spent $40 on a headset because, well, no, I don't have any sponsors or uh, donators or anything like that yet. I guess I'm just not that interesting. But new headset. Um, I want to apologize about the Fallout Friday's most recent video, number 7. For whatever reason, it was just not recording. I've got a mute button on here for the headset. You can see that it goes straight to the headset here. And if I click that, you can't hear me talk. But volume control, all that does is control the volume up here. Controls how much I can hear myself, too. Actually, I don't know if that controls audio volume while I'm recording. I'll find out here in a moment if that controls the audio volume while I'm talking. So that's on maximum right now. Of course, one of the really interesting things you find out when you're vlogging or gaming or whatever is, to me, my voice is really deep. Because it's sounding inside my head. And, well, a lot of people really like the way they sound. I don't. When I play back the recording, my voice sounds like, like almost a full octave higher. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson has a great voice, don't get me wrong. So does Morgan Freeman. And, my voice sounds at least as deep as Morgan Freeman to me in my own head. But, Samuel L. Jackson is, like, I don't want to say he's an octave higher, but his voice is a lot higher in pitch. So, in my head, I sound like Morgan Freeman. At least that volume, that bass. But when I listen to my own recordings, it's. And I'm not saying anything bad about Samuel L. Jackson or his voice. The guy swears enough to narrate my life. Let's just put it that way. But, there's Morgan Freeman bass. And then there's how I normally sound, which is more along the lines of Samuel L. Jackson. No, I'm not gonna. I'm trying to not. I'm trying to not swear so much. So that's one of the things I'm finding out as I do these recordings. I don't sound anywhere near as cool or as deep as it sounds like in my head. But I know I've known my entire life I'm nowhere near as cool as I want to be, which means, I mean, any cool at all would be as cool as I want to be, which means I'm not cool at all. I never have been. Um, and this comes into another area of my life that I have a lot of problems with is people, tell me just grow a pair of self-confidence. You know, you have to, you have to have pride in yourself. I'm like, why? What have I done have should I actually have pride in? Because, for 45 years now, everybody's been telling me what a complete loser I am. What a waste of time, how I never do anything right. It's to the point that when somebody actually does give me an honest compliment, I can't believe them. Oh, you're handsome. Really? Because, I've got more than 10,000 rejections in the last 18 years now. Most of them tell me I'm too fat and ugly for them. Oh, you're handsome. I don't doubt that they're sincere, but I can't believe it. I mean, look at this. Pardon. When I get all weepy, my sinuses go to fucking gone. I'd like to say that was a town in Germany, but no, that was me swearing. Yeah, I'm trying to not swear so much, but I get really emotional when I remember how much of a complete and total waste of time I am. So now that I've completely broke down on camera here, let's change the subject, and I want to do a 20 questions video. That's actually going to require participation on your part, and that is, I need somebody to leave comments in the comment section below of something they want to know about me, whether they actually want to know anything about me or not. So I'm going to let this go for, let's give it 2 weeks. So today is Friday, February the 1st. That was index finger, not the other finger, which life gives me quite frequently. So we're going to let this go for a week, and on, well, let's see, what does my computer say? The 8th, yeah, that's simple math, thank you very much. So on February the 8th, sometime on February the 8th, I'm going to answer almost any questions. There's a few questions, like, what is your bank account number? No, I'm not going to give you that. Social Security? No, I'm not going to give you that. Driver's license number? Well, it doesn't matter. It's, Class D license, which is standard motor operator vehicle license right now. It's, I don't have a valid DOT medical card, so I can't drive a big truck. It expired shortly after I got fired, and the idiot I went to go get my medical card from insisted that he had to have proof that my diabetes was under control. Well, that costs money to go to the doctor to prove to him that it's under control. Well, it's not really. I've always run a little bit on the high side, and not high toki, high as in my numbers have always been high, because trying to eat healthy on the road is almost impossible. It can be done. It requires twice as much time as eating junk food, and it costs 5 times as much. So, I mean, I tried for a month to go complete vegetarian out on the road, and it cost me every single dime that I wasn't spending on bills that month to eat vegetarian on the road. Whereas the very next month, I did absolutely nothing but junk food and fast food, and it was like I could eat on $15, $20 a day on junk food, or like $50 to $100 a day for vegetarian, healthy, or whatever you want to call it. And that's one of the reasons we have an obesity problem. That, and, well, look anywhere. You can't spit hard without hitting a fast food joint. Well, I can, because the nearest one's like 6 miles up the road, but figuratively speaking. So you can go anywhere and get fast food, and get junk food, and get garbage. I mean, hell, under my desk, I've got chips, I've got beef jerky, because they're readily available. And it's like, yeah, I need to eat something. And hey, look, meat and potatoes. No, that's the potato chips I've actually had open for 4 or 5 days now. Willpower is a big issue, and I eat a couple for flavor, and I put them away. Because if I don't see them, I won't eat them. If I do see them, okay, I'm gonna eat some of these after I stop the recording, because you don't want to hear me munch. So, self-esteem issues, diabetes issues, snack food issues. You ask the questions, and I will read your name in the next one of these that I do, and I'll answer your questions. So, if anything, what is my favorite 44 Magnum load? Feel free to go back through any of my videos and just, ask whatever you want. Like I said, I'll pick 20 questions. If I get more than 20 questions, I'll pick 20 of the most interesting questions to answer for you guys. So we're going to do a 20 questions thing, and it's taken me 10 minutes to say that. So from the Basement of Solitude, this has been Straycat 74. like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, and leave a comment, because YouTube changed the way they do notifications. If you don't interact with my videos, you won't get notified. I mean, it'll show up on the little list over here of, oh, hey, look, this guy produced a video. Why wasn't I notified? Well, it's a little icon there now saying, hey, you've got a video. If you want to support the channel, because goodness knows I need all the support I can get, please feel free to donate via PayPal to straycat_74 at yahoo.com. If you want me to do Patreon or Subscribestar, if you want me to play certain games, listen to certain music, or take certain quest lines in Fallout 4 Fridays, or follow a particular tech line for World of Tankcraft, or Tank of Worldcraft, or no, it's World of Tanks. I get that one screwed up all the time. If you want to see me build crap in Minecraft, I've got like 9 servers that I'm on. You know, if you want me to join a new server and just start completely over from scratch and see how well I can survive out in the wild, let me know. You know, I have, you know, nothing else going on in my life right now, really. So, I did, however, and I don't have any pictures of this, and all of the evidence got eaten. So I made calzones the other day, and I used, from foodwishes.com, he did Wolfgang Puck's pizza dough, but I've got 5 very hungry people here, so I made a double batch. And I cut it up into 8 pieces, and then a friend showed up, and that wasn't enough. So it is what it is. I should have portioned the dough different. I went with 6-ounce dough balls. I should have gone with 4-ounce dough balls, because those things were thick as hell. And I don't have a rolling pin, which is another reason you guys can donate. And if you put for a rolling pin and the PayPal thing, I will go buy a rolling pin. But I did calzone, and I had some barbecue pork loin. Prime pork loin is like the really tender stuff. And we had, you know, you buy it and it's like, actually, it's like this long. And I chopped it in about 1.5-inch slices. Baked it in some Pyrex with Sweet Baby Ray's. And I don't care for Sweet Baby Ray's, but, you know, I like bold. I like spicy. And nobody else in the house enjoys that. So I did the Sweet Baby Ray's. Well, we had a couple of those left. A couple of slices of that left. So I chopped it up really fine with, with a knife. And so what am I going to use, a spoon? It was almost tender enough, I almost could have done that. But I chopped it up with a knife, and, you know, I had these 3 nice big patties of pork loin. And I put that in the middle of the calzone. Then on top of that, I put 5 pepperoni and like a 3-finger pinch of, what is it, the Fiesta blend of cheese, and that's like, I don't remember what all's in there, but it's, you get the really big bags of shredded cheese, and I put a big 3-finger pinch right in the middle there, and then fold, you know, moisten, I'm trying to do this, and you moisten the edge of the, oh my goodness, you moisten the edges of the calzone and fold it over on itself, and push it down and pinch it and cramp and whatever. And I mean, they came out huge, and they were wonderful. I think it needed more salt, because it was 1 teaspoon, or excuse me, yeah, 1 teaspoon of salt into 3 ounces of flour, a tablespoon. I didn't have honey at the time. I have since gone and got a thing of honey for baking and for Earl Grey tea. Speaking of Earl Grey tea, I made an Earl Grey mead. Pardon the bottle, that was not an advertisement. And my phone just chimed. I made an Earl Grey mead, and I mixed that 50-50 with Earl Grey tea, but because the Earl Grey mead went completely dry, it should have come out 12 to 13 12, no, it was about, well, it went to about 13%, which was, its maximum was like 15%, so it's like almost completely dry. But mix that with Earl Grey tea, watered it down some, and then, well, I went and added a couple of tablespoons of honey back to this, and this is actually pretty drinkable. The Earl Grey mead is a little harsh for me. I know some of my friends that I've given it to the past. This is not the first time I've brewed that either. I've done that a few times, and some of my friends, when I lived in Georgia, really liked it, and most everybody else, they're not tea people, so they didn't care for it. But mixed 50-50 with tea, and then add a little bit of honey back in to get some of that back sweeten going on. It came out quite drinkable. Let me get that out of the way now, and I probably should stop recording before this gets 45 minutes of me just babbling about crap. So leave questions down in the comment section below. And like I said, just whatever you feel like asking me, anything you want to know, like, why the hell are you doing this? Well, I'll answer that one right now for free, and that's because I really don't have anything better to do with my life right now. I've been putting in for jobs all over the place. I'm either extremely overqualified for them, or I'm severely underqualified for them. That middle range of, you go from minimum wage that, kids work at, and I'm way overqualified for all of them. I've worked as a professional chef, and they want me to flip burgers for $7.25 an hour. Or it's, you have to have, 10 years worth of college degree and 18 years of experience before we'll even talk to you. Like, NASA rocket science crap, or sweeping the floor. That middle range there in my area, that's not a lot. And there's 18,000 people in this county. It's either in this county or in my town here, of folks that are right in that range. Either minimum wage, kids who can't give a crap about what they're doing, which is why customer service is so important, and they can't be bothered because, it's too much effort. Or it's, this job is $100,000 a year and you don't qualify. I'm a truck driver. I worked at IBM doing tech support. I did hardware for most of the time I've been interacting with computers. This laptop, I could take it apart and put it back together again. I can't do chip-level diagnostics. I can install programs, and if they're not working, I can uninstall them and reinstall them. Maybe do a little configuration, but I can't write a program. I've tried. I've been trying since the early 80s. Hell, I've been trying from the late 70s to program. I just can't wrap my mind around how to program. Basic and QBasic, which should tell you how old I am. Well, I'm 45, so go figure. My first computer was a Tandy Radio Shack color computer Model 80. And I've been trying to program since those were still on the market. I can't program. I can coffee, however, and this is a combination of chocolate mint and Highlander grog called chocolate grog. It's actually not bad. There's a little bit of milk in there just to cool it down a little bit. 2 tablespoons of Splenda just to make it so it's not quite so bitter. And when my nose wasn't stuffed, I can't really smell it right now because crying causes my sinuses to clog. But yeah, and pardon the pinky out. I was doing some writing earlier. Anyhow, leave your questions in the comment section below. Whatever you want to know, within reason. I will answer your questions, and I am as honest as a person can be, especially with myself. And, well, you can see what kind of self-confidence and self-esteem I got. So, if you want to know something, go ahead and ask. want me to run a particular tech line or quest line, or you want to see me do something in Minecraft, feel free to make comments. If you just want to say, hey dude, you suck, I'm going to downvote your comment, but go ahead and say it, man. It's not like I haven't heard anything worse from people that I'm supposed to be able to, trust more. And besides, telling me I suck, well, I also bite like a nibble. And that's for the ladies out there. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and end this crap. It's at 21 minutes. And, yeah, we're going to do 20 questions. And hopefully we can do it in less than 20 minutes next time. So, I'm going to give y'all a week. Ask your questions. And if we don't get any questions, well, I'm just going to... Wow, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll figure it out next week. So sometime next Friday, we'll do a 20 questions, and maybe we'll make that another reoccurring segment that doesn't reoccur quite as often. Yeah, I know, I'm supposed to be on some kind of a schedule, and I'm working on it. Minecraft Mondays, Tanking Tuesdays, Fallout Fridays. I thought that was kind of clever, but, whatever. And, once it gets above 0 degrees, I mean, literally, it's negative 27 degrees outside. Right now. It was like negative 35 at midnight. So, yeah, global warming. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not even going to go there. From what I understand, this is the normal weather pattern that has been established over the last 150 years, and the 1990s was just a plateau, and we're returning to normal weather patterns now. That's according to not the environmentalists, the guys that study weather, climatologists. That's the word I was trying to think. I also sometimes forget words, and I have to stumble around in the dark until I trip over the black cat that I could have used a flashlight to find. That's a science reference, by the way. Theology is looking for a black cat in a dark room. Religion is trying to find a black cat in a dark room that isn't there, and then shouted, "Eureka, I found it." Science is turning on the frickin' light. My way of doing it is I'd open the can of tuna and the cat would find me. Anyhow, I'm going to hang this up. 23 minutes of me babbling. Yeah, I know. My watchers or my followers will really enjoy this one. So, any questions you feel like answering, again, within reason. You want me to run a particular quest line, listen to certain music while I'm playing one of my games or whatever, whatever you want to say. Leave comments. If you want to donate to the channel, PayPal via Straycat74 at yahoo.com. And, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to keep the Basement of Solitude so we can keep doing this. And, show it to your friends, whatever. Friends, colleagues, co-workers. Well, maybe not co-workers. They won't like you anymore. Not that they probably do now, but I worked at IBM. For a few people there I actually cared for, and most of them stabbed me in the back so that they could get my job. Anyhow, I will let you go, and we'll see you next time.